I
So you
appreciate
connect with ancestors to help people find direction. Do you care to share with us a reading that deeply shook you, even as the interpreter?
Ooh, oh, it's been so many. It really has been so many. Um, well, I will say this. I interview deceased celebrities,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have to say Naya Rivera and Kim Porter are the two interviews that really shook me because I didn't know a lot about these women, and when I sat down with them, the things that came behind it and validations that came behind it was astonishing to me. And that is kind of what also grew my platform when people saw those and they were like, oh, well, she ain't lying. In one of those, which was the Naya Rivera, oh child, can I say that? I was told that Michelle Obama is part of our LGBTQ community, that she's trans. And once I said it, it started coming out in different areas. Joan Rivers said it, and all of these different things. And then you see Obama sometimes calling her Michael. You know what I mean? Because then the pictures came out of her in college as Michael. And so, and I love Michelle Obama. Don't get me wrong. My best friend is a trans woman. So, but those things shook me.
Okay, I'm so sorry. You just shook me. You just shook me. So you're saying in a reading, and please correct me at any time if I'm retelling this incorrectly,
Yeah,
but in a reading, it came through to you that Michelle Obama, the
as a
former first
trans
lady
woman. Hmm.
of the United States, is indeed a trans woman, meaning she was
Correct.
born a male
Correct.
and transitioned to a woman.
Correct. A beautiful one too. Yes.
Wow.
And Joan Rivers spoke on it, and shortly after she was. mm,
Wow. Yes, I'm so sorry, y'all. My mind is so blown. And in this conversation, you were speaking to Joan.
I've spoken to Joan. Joan is absolutely crazy, but in this
How's
one, I was
Joan
saying
doing? What's she talking about?
she talks about a lot of stuff, child, and that's why these people don't like me in the industry because of
Mm,
this. And I appreciate you for having me on this
of
interview
course.
because people stop my growth in my interviews because of these things that I'm talking to you about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, of course, Diddy is a hot topic right now. His trial just started, and I just heard you say you spoke to Kim Porter, which,
Oh
of
yeah.
course, we all know is the mother of some of his children, as well as a former love interest. Most importantly, a huge name that's coming up in
Mm-hmm.
his case right now. Um, Going back to earlier, me saying I don't like doing too much research on people because I love to organically have a conversation with them and we get to have these types of moments. When and again, correct me if I'm saying this wrong. When you spoke to Kim and things came through, what were some of the things that she shared or that was shared about her, and if it related to Diddy and what's going on? I'm just
So
being nosy.
yeah, that basically that she was um I don't know if I could say, murdered. She was murdered. And she basically gave information about how things happened. I've spoken to Kim a few times, and, they're usually live. I do it live. Um, and she even talked about recently, like a year ago, she talked about a fire. She kept saying a fire. And I'm like, girl, what fire? And then Kimora Lee's house, you know, had the fire right after. And so she does give a lot of information, and people come back to me with validations about the things that she has said as well. Um, but she revealed and has revealed a lot of
Hmm.
things. Yeah. Hmm.
You know, I never was like really involved in like the whole Kim Porter of it all. I'm not really a person who follows celebrities. Nicki Minaj and Azalea Banks are probably the two people in my entire life I've ever like followed them. And even then it's to a certain extent. I say all that to say, even though I'm not familiar with Kim, of course I've never met her. every time I look at that woman in photos and videos, there's something so innocent and precious about her that really reads through. And I hope I'm not like wrong, but like something about Kim just seems so sweet and soft and kind and
Yeah.
nice, you know?
Hmm. I
Yeah.
believe Kim was a girl's girl, but at the same time, she was a woman um, in love. She was a woman growing in business. You know what I mean? I believe in, Kim liked money. You know what I mean? As we all do. Kim liked money, and so some things got her caught up and entangled, you know. No, I believe she was a girl's girl. She was good.
Yeah. Anything you care to share about what's going on with Diddy right now, as that's his trial just started and it's already like become a hot topic on the internet. I know I've been like dipping my head in and out seeing what Diddy has going on.
It's really a distraction. They could have took
Mhm.
Sean Combs down years ago, but because they want him to do certain things, they want these tapes. He has a lot of powerful people on recordings, and that's what this is about. And it's about distractions. So it's kill two birds with one stone kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, but he won't be able to recover, but he's not going to get what everybody thinks he's going to get. You know what I mean? They're not getting ready to take him fully down because they can't. He has people by the
Cojones.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Blessings to everybody. Blessings to everybody involved. And I hope justice gets served to the people it needs to be served to.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.